Alright, in this video we are going to talk about rate of change. And the main thing you need to know about rate of change is that rate of change is the slope. And we know how to calculate slope. So here's what I would do if I were you. It says we want to calculate the rate of change for the interval 3 to 6. When they give you an interval, they're giving you x value. So this is like x value number 1 and another x value number 2. So I would make a small little table of values to focus the mind. Okay, so to find this rate of change, to find this slope, we need two values. And they gave us the x values. So the x values are 3 and 6. So what we need are the y values that go with these x values. Oh look, 3 goes with -4 and 6 goes with 2. So once we have that, we can just forget about this table and just use our little small table. Okay, this is what we will use to find the slope. Now you remember the formula for calculating slope, don't you? Alright, slope is y minus y divided by x minus x. Okay, because it's rise over run. So that's all we're doing. Rate of change is just a slope, and so you do a slope calculation. So if I do this, okay, rate of change, the rock, is going to be y minus y. So that'll be 2 minus -4, okay, y2 minus y1, and then x minus x, so 6 minus 3. So be careful when you have a negative number. Notice there are sort of two minus signs here. It's 2 minus and then -4, sort of a double negative. And you might even know that a double negative is a positive. Alright, 2 minus -4 is really 2 plus 4. So I've got 2 plus 4 over 6 minus 3. So that's going to be 6 over 3, which is 2. So the rate of change is going to be 2. Alright, number 12 is really almost the same thing. They're again asking us for the rate of change, which once again will just be the slope. So, but this time, instead of giving us a table of values, they gave us a graph. They are still giving us the x values. Alright, so this is really two separate problems. But in the first problem here, they're giving us these x values. So let's get our xy chart ready. Okay, so they're giving us x values of 0 and 3. Alright, so let's find the y values that go with these particular x values. And we will find those y values from the graph. So if I go to an x value of 0, alright, that would be right here. I look down, kabam. The y value at 0 is -4. So I've got 0, comma, -4. Oh, that's supposed to be the eraser. Alright, what if I go over to an x value of 3? Here's an x value of 3 right here. I have to go up to get to the graph. Kabam! I land at 5 once I hit this graph. So 3 comma 5. So these are the 2 points that I will use to calculate the slope for part A. So just like we did before, we're going to do our slope as y minus y over x minus x. So the rate of change is going to be y minus y. So again, that's going to be 5 minus, and then we have -4. So it's sort of that double negative. 5 minus -4. Don't just put 5 minus 4. It's got to be 5 minus -4. And then 3 minus 0 is pretty simple. So that's how you calculate it. Remember that minus and negative is addition. So this is really 5 plus 4 over 3 minus 0. So that's 9 over 3, which is 3. So that is my rate of change for part A. Okay, remember that we are on number 12 right now. So that was 12A. Okay, what about B? Oh, well, this time they gave it to me in a slightly different form, but it's the same thing. Once again, they are giving us the x values. So I would make a little chart like this. Okay, so the x values are -3 and -1. So let us find the y values that go with these x values. Okay, so -3. Clean this up a bit. So -3 is way over here. Okay, oh, but look, it goes off the graph. So what in the world? I'm lost. I'm completely lost. What am I going to do? Wait a minute. They gave us the equation. They totally gave us the equation. So yeah, I was able to get the y values off the graph, because that was really easy to do. But if I have the equation, I can also get the y values from there. Let's use our TI-30XS multi-view. 2x squared minus 3x minus 4. So we'll hit the table button. So 2x squared, okay, minus 3x minus 4. Enter. Okay, I'm just going to hit enter, just get in there, and I'll scroll around to where I need to be. Okay, first of all, let's double check what we got from part A. We said that at 0 we would have -4. Is that true? 0, -4. Yep. We said 3, 5. 3, 5 is right there. But now we want to know what's going on at -3 and -1. So let's just scroll back. So at -1 we have 1, and -3 we have 23. That's why it was off the graph. Okay, so let's go on and calculate our rate of change. So the rate of change is going to be y minus y. So that's going to be 1 minus 23 over x minus x. So that's going to be -1 minus -3. Okay, so 1 minus 23, well, let me just do one more step. So this is 1 minus 23 over -1 plus 3. Okay, because that whole double negative thing. Just for fun, I haven't been using the calculator to do these kinds of simple calculations, but I want to make sure you understand that you could use the calculator. There are a few of you out there that are just so horrible at doing these kinds of calculations that you're going to want to always check your answer using a calculator. So please understand, you could type in the original problem here. 1 minus 23, go into fraction mode. So 1 minus 23 over. And then what do we have? -1 minus -3. So I could go -1 minus -3. Okay, you can just type it all in. And kabam, -11. Okay, so that is the rate of change for part B. Okay, here endeth the lesson.